Hey, welcome to Outdoor Quest TV. I'm TJ Schwanke. Today we are on probably one of the most special hunts we've ever done. We're up in northern Alberta and we're hunting wood bison. And this is a draw hunt. And they shut the hunt down about 5 years ago and just opened it up kind of last minute this year. The draws actually didn't come out till summertime, well after our regular draws come out. So I think there was 12,000 applicants for 40 permits. So I was a little bit surprised when I saw my name. Actually, I had to shut my computer down, start it up, and take another look to make sure it was true. But hunting with a good friend here, Kevin McNeil. We've done quite a few episodes with him over the years. We've hunted waterfowl, moose, and most recently we did muskox up at his lodge on Elmer Lake. But Kevin is probably the guy who's guided and killed more bison than anyone in Alberta. So pretty lucky to have him along. When he heard I drew the tag, he was one of the first guys to call me and said, "Come in, I'm coming with you." So I took him up on his offer. So just got up here. The season's been open for about 2 weeks. We had a couple other hunts that we were on, so couldn't get up here till now. So we've seen pictures of a few good bison killed, but it doesn't sound like there's been a ton of pressure up here. Kind of a unique situation here. This herd is part of a North American management plan with British Columbia, NWT, and the Yukon. And what all the provinces and territories have agreed to do is kind of create a herd that's disease-free and manage it. So it's a pure strain wood bison herd, and it's disease-free, which a lot of the bison in Alberta aren't. So once the numbers start to get too high, they manage it with hunting. So there's 80 permits for the Aboriginals, and there's 40 non-Aboriginal permits, so 120 permits total. And this is, like I say, the first hunt in about 5 years. So pretty excited to be here. We're just going to spend the day today just kind of driving around. Kevin's son-in-law's been up here and been doing some work and been seeing some bison, so he's giving us a little bit of intel, and we're just going to drive around, look at tracks, see what's fresh, and then a couple snowmobiles along. And so what else are we going to do, Kevin?
Oh, we'll just look for a bison. We'll try and find some fresh signs, see where they've been feeding and moving. And there's lots of cut lines up here and lots of gas plants up here. So if we can try and find out where they're moving from, then we can kind of see where they're moving to, and we can get in front of them a little bit. And then hopefully we can cut them off and pick out a good bull. We're not here, with it being such a special draw and only 40 people being drawn, and it's probably one of the toughest hunts to get drawn for in Alberta as a resident. We're not here to shoot an average bull, we're here to shoot a cranker. So we need to get a cranker. So it's going to take a few days to get it planned out and get what we want get done. We have about 8 or 10 inches of snow, which is enough snow to find the tracks, the fresh tracks, and to use the skidoos to move around a little bit. But we'll just spend the day kind of cruising around, see what we can see, and we'll make a plan from there. And we're going to get a big old wood bison from Alberta.
I'm sure hoping. We've seen quite a few tracks already this morning, so let's kind of just get the plan today, just kind of see where they are. Looks some of the areas we've seen, they've actually looked like they've been feeding there for a few days. The tracks are different ages, so see what we can find and then start putting some miles on those snow machines.
See the bull on the right?
Yeah. The hunt is about the journey.
And we've shared that journey with you for the past 25 years.
And what a journey it's been.
Join us for season 25 of Outdoor Quest TV. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Sacco Antica Firearms, demand perfection. Zeiss, we make it visible. Loa Boots, simply more. Silver Willow Taxidermy, see the difference. Closed captioning provided by Deluxe Wall Tents, made in Canada for Canadian conditions. So we're just kind of driving along here, checking for tracks today, and been seeing quite a few fresh tracks, but just drove by one cut line over here, and I noticed there was a whole bunch of bison standing on it, so we just drove past and gonna park off the road here and then go back for a walk. I don't know if there's anything decent in it or not, but pretty exciting to see some bison. Talking to a lot of the oil field guys up here, it sounds like it's got pretty tough, since those first hunts. The Aboriginal hunt started a month before the non-Aboriginal hunt, so there was 80 permits there, and then I'm 2 weeks late for this hunt, so they're a little spookier, but we'll go see what's there.
See how he comes up and he's pointy. He's not broomed off. So we want something that's got broomed off a bit. We don't want something that's shallow. That's just nice and spiky. He's the second animal on the right. That's the biggest one there. Their bull on the left. He's at the back. He'd be the third bull on the left. He's in the same age category, 6, 7, 8 years old. Not what we're looking for. It's nice to see them, but it's not what we want. We snuck up on them. There's 13 or 14 animals there, but we have some nice bulls, but only in the 6, 7, 8-year-old range, so they're not quite what we're looking for. And with it being such a limited lifetime type tag to get, I think we're going to pass on them. And we'll see if we can find one what we're looking for, more of a trophy quality bull, more of an older bull, bigger bases. They're beautiful animals.
Super cool to see, though.
It's very cool to see.
To be within 100 yards.
Yeah, we're within 100. We snuck within 100 yards. We were about 450, 500 yards away when TJ spotted them. And now we're within 100 yards of them, but it's not quite the caliber of bull that we're looking for.
Definitely not a first day bull.
Yeah, it's not a first day bull or a last day bull.
I don't know, my stomach might get the better of me on the last day, Kevin.
No, we'll wait.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
They're beautiful to see.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool. First wood bison that we've been on this hunt, and we'll, like I say, we're going to walk away today. But yeah, we snuck right in on them. We'd heard they've been pretty spooky around here, but we managed to get right in on them. But I see they've had enough of us now, and they're boogieing out. Now on today's episode, we're shooting the Sacco Bavarian, and it's chambered in 375 H&H, and I'm shooting reloads in it, and we're using that 250 grain CX bullet, and that replaced the Hornady GMX. Now, I've found that this bullet likes to sit a ways off the lands, so when we're reloading, we need to know the depth of our chamber so we can figure that out. And the simplest way is to use Hornady's overall length gauge and the 375 H&H modified case. So we're going to take our bullet, we're just going to drop it in like that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slide it right up into the chamber. Just push it up there tight. Then we're just going to slide this rod in
until the bullet contacts the lands. Now we're just going to tighten that knob. And now when we pull that out, you'll see that the bullet didn't come with it. So now we just need to push the bullet out, but now that's going to tell us what the chamber depth is. Okay, so we got the bullet out of the chamber. We're going to take that bullet and drop it back into the case. Now it's come up against that gauge where we left it, so that's going to give us our chamber depth. So we'll just take our caliper here, and what we've got is 3.877. So what that is the actual depth of our chamber. So now when I go to reload and want to set my seating depth, all I got to do is take 100,000ths of an inch off of that. And I know that's the depth that this rifle likes. Now, seating depth is one of those critical components in getting accuracy, and like everything with reloading, you'll need to experiment a bit, but it all starts with knowing your chamber depth. Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Defense Aerosols, Bear Spray for when your life depends on it. Safari Club International Canada, first for hunters. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine. Midland Radios, communication for every adventure.
Bull there, the third one.
Yeah.
There's a big bull coming right now.
It's day 2 here, morning of day 2, and we're just kind of heading down toward where we're gonna run with the snowmobiles for a bit, and spotted a huge herd of bison. There's probably 50 or 60 animals in it. We got in a little bit on them, and they got a little bit spooky. There's quite a few bulls in there, but we were just looking for a big one, and there was just so many animals and so many trees. It was hard to get a good look what was there, so we've followed them into the trees a little ways here and spotted them just up ahead, and they were kind of calm and just standing here, and then all of a sudden they just took off running like crazy. So I don't know if they winded us. I don't think the wind's coming right at us, so there was some other vehicles on the road, so that might have spooked them as well, but I think they're gone, unfortunately. But just so many animals, and we're looking for that big bull, so it makes it hard. But the search continues. So we ended up seeing them again just up here, so we're going to walk into a well site up here and hope for the best. I think there was quite a few more in the trees that we didn't originally see because there was a lot of bison went by. We'll get up to this well site and hopefully they're still there. Not sure what happened there, but we're standing here for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes watching these bison. And there was a bull on the far right that there's no way in the world he saw us. And all of a sudden he decided it was time to run. So he took the whole herd with him. The ones that were closest to us were kind of looking at him going, what are you running from? But I don't know, we didn't get a good look at everything in there, but the ones we did see, there was definitely some decent bulls in there, but we didn't see anything really old yet. But well, you never know until you see them all. We were kind of hoping they were just going to walk to the left, and we had a bit of an opening there, and if they would have walked through there, we could have got a good look at them all and had a clear shot as well. But last time they ran, they didn't go far, so hopefully they don't this time either. We're just kind of using this fresh snow today as a bit of an advantage to drive around and check and see what's going on, see where there's fresh bison tracks, and walked into a few meadows as well that were a little more remote, but so far we've only seen, well, some cows this morning, and then we did see a bunch of fresh tracks quite a while ago, but just came upon a ton of wolf tracks here, just a huge pack of wolves. There's been a lot of bison right in this area, and so it looks like the wolves moved in last night, and maybe not so many bison around now, but some of these tracks are just absolutely gigantic. Kind of a cool day. We saw actually a younger wolf today, and saw a wolverine. Didn't have time to get the camera out for either one, but still pretty cool to see. And then we're just gonna heading back toward camp. There's one other area we're gonna check out that we haven't been to yet, and then kind of we know what's going on now at least. So tomorrow we'll get the sleds out and do a little bit of running. Those cows we saw this morning, as soon as they saw the truck, they were just going Mach 10. So I think there's a little bit of pressure on them. So maybe if we can get back off the road a ways and see what's going on, but we kind of needed to know what was going on first.
This segment is brought to you by Stony Creek Hunting Gear. It's in the blood.
Well, it's morning of day 5 here, and Kevin and I both had a bit of a hunch that maybe we should head up. There was some well activity back in here earlier in the week, and they moved the rigs out, and it's been super quiet up here, but it's quite a bit higher up. It's about 500 or 600 feet elevation higher than where we've been hunting, so we decided to head up here, and lo and behold, we just spotted a bison. So we're gonna park the truck here, and we're a few hundred yards away from him now. So what we're going to do is get out and do a quick stalk on him and get a look at him. We still haven't seen his head. He's just got his head down eating. So what we're going to do is try and get closer and get a look at him. But lone bull, so good chance he's what we're looking for. But we'll get out and see what happens. We haven't seen his head yet, but park the truck back a little bit. We're just going to kind of sneak up here and see how it goes. So try and get within 100 yards or so. Got his butt to us right now. Can't see his head. Under 40 yards right now. Looks like a pretty good bull. You ready? Yeah. Well, Kevin, I think we just got us a bison. I said to Kevin driving up here this morning,
I got a good feeling that today is the day and this is going to be the spot. And there's about 20 or 30 kilometers here. There was absolutely no bison sign, and we started to get into it. Saw a couple decent tracks and came along and saw this guy, and he wasn't too worried about us. But beautiful, beautiful animal. Wood bison, northern Alberta, free range, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful animal. Big animal, really big animal. A beautiful coat on them though. Just absolutely gorgeous. This is why they hold this hunt at this time of year, is because they do have the beautiful coats on them, and just absolutely spectacular. Yeah. Nice old bull. We've seen a lot of bulls, and they've been definitely much longer than this one, but just didn't carry the weight through here. And I mean, there's a lot of hair covering up that, but absolutely spectacular. I'm almost speechless. When I think Kevin McNeil, he's running the camera for me right now. We've hunted and fished with Kevin lots, and when he heard I drew this tag, he was the first one to offer to come along and just help me out as a buddy. And I couldn't think of a better guy to have along. We've had some good laughs and we've put some miles on, and I've learned a lot about bison, but exactly what I was looking for. Now the work begins, right, Kevin?
This is a lot of work.
It's a big bull too, isn't it?
It's a big bull. Look at his chops. His chops are just gorgeous, eh?
Oh, everything about him's gorgeous. Yeah, everything about him is gorgeous.
Well, Kevin McNeil was just along on this hunt as a good friend. He does offer both resident and non-resident bison hunts in northern Alberta. For more information, check out Blue Sky Outfitters at blueskyoutfitting.com. Outdoor Quest TV is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.